I know that the chatterbait and the jig are not like the outland springtime techniques to be using at this time, but I have no confidence in jigs at all. I hated jigs. I never really used jigs, period. And I'm so fresh on jig fishing that when I bought a jig, I bought the wrong type of jig. So that tells you how much I know about jigs. I bought a flipping jig instead of I don't know anything about jigs. So I had to ask someone, can you use the flipping jig the same as like dragging the bottom? Because I don't do none of that. I don't know how to flip. That's another technique that I got to get under my belt. If I learn how to flip a pitch or whatever you want to call it, flipping a pitch and whatever you want, I will be a complete bank fisherman because now I can flip up to closer cover. But anyway, that's not the topic of this discussion right now. The topic is I hated jig fishing, but um, hated it so much that I bought the wrong type of jig. So I had to ask someone, can you use this style of jig just to fish jig? Dragging the bottom, dragging the bottom or whatever the case, just a jig fish. And he was like, yeah. So I haven't caught any fish on the jig just yet, but I just then never have no confidence in jig fishing, period. So I know periodically, a lot of people probably do fish jigs, in the spring, but it wasn't never one of my preferred techniques in the spring or any other time, summer, winter. It didn't matter. I hated jigs, but and I know the chatterbait is not really a dialed in spring time lure of beta choice either, but something new. You know, I'm trying to get away from always fishing worms because I grew up. That's how I grew up. That's how I was taught to always fish worms. Worms are like my top bait to use. I have tons of confidence in worm fishing, but a lot of the times worms catch fish, and a lot of times they don't. But with me, with my luck, all the time, I always caught fish. But I just want to get outside the box a little bit and learn a little bit more and learn different techniques to expand my knowledge and just expand on my knowledge of fishing anyway. Using different lures, learn something new. That's what it takes sometimes. So that's what I'm going through now. So I just picked up chatterbait and a jig and worm rod just to have something to throw, not necessarily trying to catch a fish.